Don't miss the absolute worst in monster movie mayhem on Dead and Buried Treasures.
You know, Captain, we should be recording this.
You know, Jack, we should be recording.
This weekend and every Friday and Saturday night at 11 with our pre-show live at 10:30 on this Fright Network affiliate and our Facebook and YouTube pages, if you dare.
Is it wrong that I want their autograph?
Avast, me hearties, an all-new Dead and Buried Treasures featuring Captain Calico Drake and the crew of the Swashbucklers Haunt is up next.
Ha! Alright, I'll do it. But I want a building named after me and no green M&Ms in my dressing room.
Where it's Halloween all year long.
Who is this? I
2,
am Captain Calico Drake.
1.
Avast, me hearties, and welcome once again to Haunted Weekends. Oh, I, of course, am Calico Drake. At your service, as always, Captain of the Swashbucklers Haunt. And every weekend while we are in the port in Pittsburgh, the capital of Pennsylvania, we present you with the absolute worst in monster movie mayhem.
Captain?
Yes, Jack.
Pittsburgh is not the capital of the... Never mind.
Jack, do you mind? I'm trying to host a show here.
Right, sorry.
You're always doing this, Jack. Every single time I welcome everyone to the show, you always interrupt with some foolishness. I mean, you get the script for the night, right?
I know, Captain, I'm sorry.
I mean, why do you do it?
I'm just trying to advise you, guide you, if you will, into the right direction. You begin the show all right, then there's always some tangent.
Guide me? What tangent?
Right, you said Pittsburgh was the capital of Pennsylvania.
Right.
It's not.
Jack, I've been a student of public speaking for years. Why else do you think I host this show? For me health? Some people have a knack of knowing what to say as public speakers, and others just don't get it.
Captain! Captain!
So, if you're going to cook pancakes for me in the galley, make sure to use the strawberry syrup, Jack. There's just no substitution. It's sticky, it's red, and if I get it on me, I look battle-worn. Yes, Mr. Bones.
Oh, Jack! We are still anchored at the island of dead and buried treasures. Longboats are prepped.
Thank you, Mr. Bones. Wait a second. What do you mean, reporting it to me first officer, Mr. Bones? I'm right here.
Oh, apologies, Captain. I thought you were ashore.
And why would you think that?
I saw pictures of you.
What do you mean you saw pictures of me, Mr. Bones?
I was just checking my Instagram account and saw pictures of you with some celebrities on land.
On land? What celebrities? What the devil are you talking about? Where?
On a red carpet, or a convention, or something. I thought you were just abusing your celebrity status again. But your patch is what concerned me.
Me patch? What about it?
I always thought it was real, not for show.
It is for real, you ignoramus. You were there when it happened, at the mutiny that brought us to this place, the whole time travel thing.
Oh, that's right. Huh. Well, now, I'm wondering what I was looking at. I wondered why you had both eyes at these, star-studded celebrity conventions and whatnot. But we did win some kind of, award recently, didn't we? Right?
The 2020 Greater Pittsburgh Community Media Award!
What? What for?
The best TV show produced in Pittsburgh, for entertainment, of course.
We did? Well, that's incredible.
Well, Captain, you accepted the award.
Mr. Bones, I think I would remember something like that. Wait. Was there rum at this event?
No, it was virtual.
Virtual. So, virtually, was there rum at this event or any of those little, coffee drinks?
No.
Lattes?
No.
Any sugary drinks of any sort?
Well, you would know, sir. You were there on the red carpet, virtually, on screen.
Huh?
I mean, it's all over the internet.
Who is that loss?
That's you. Or at least I thought it was you. In fact, the mayor of Pittsburgh presented the award, I think. Pretty big to do.
The mayor of Pittsburgh? Well, I can tell you, that's not me. Was it? I mean, never say never. If there's rum, but I don't recall. I don't recall that.
Pictures don't lie, Captain.
Mr. Bones, how can I attend a convention on an award show without social distancing in this day and age?
It was virtual.
It was virtual, but it wasn't just once.
What the devil are you talking about? I mean, I was at the National Pirate Election Convention in the spring. But, I'm not one to name drop Johnny Depp. And I'm certainly not going to brag about the people I was at this dinner with, Orlando Bloom.
Captain, aren't you name dropping right now?
Certainly not. Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Who?
You were having dinner with the Big Ben, the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
I never said that. With social distancing and all. Margot Robbie.
Who?
Oh, you know. Harley Quinn.
So you are name dropping?
No, I was eating.
You were attending a dinner with Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah. She's hot. Like crazy hot. You know, in a demented sort of way.
Captain!
I bet the island could create something like her. Something.
Captain!
I wonder if it could. I mean, it makes props and people and locales and things like that, but how does it do it? Like a little manufacturing facility? Popping out a bunch of Margot Robbies? Like a little assembly line.
Captain!
Jack, I'm busy here.
No, the pictures I saw you with were with Hollywood celebrities. Oh, no, look at that. They just went viral.
What? What's viral? What happened?
The island of dead and buried treasures is still off the port bow, Jack. Captain.
Forget that. What pictures?
Oh, Peyton Manning, Taylor Swift, Brad Pitt, Selena Gomez, Tom Hanks, Jennifer Lawrence, the girl from Happy Death Day.
Jessica Ruth!
I have them right here, Captain.
Mr. Bones, I can assure you that I haven't left the haunt. You have to be mistaken.
Oh, no. On screen. Well, here you are with a couple of guys from Star Trek.
That's Commander Riker and Geordie LaForge!
Right, that's William Frakes and LeVar Burton.
Who?
And here you are with Shannon Elizabeth. Yowza.
From American Pie!
I think I would remember her. She sells pies?
The guy who played Hellboy, Batman and Robin.
Well, I think Adam West is dead, Mr. Bones.
Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future. Doc Brown.
Who?
And Taxi!
You remember him. 88 miles per hour!
I need a taxi?
Robin Williams, Anne Hathaway, Scarlett Johansson, Katy Perry, Will Smith.
Wait. Why do I need a taxi again?
This isn't you, sir?
Captain, we need to start tonight's movie!
Wait. Hang on, Jack. Me identity is being stolen here or something. Who is that guy? Is that John Cusack?
Now, Captain, you can't tell me that's not you. You have a Pirates shirt on.
Mr. Bones, that's a baseball team, you idiot. That's a jersey.
Actually, sir, I'm wondering where you got the extra eye. Look how it follows you around the room. Oh, right, sir. All right. Oh, right, sir. Sorry. He got it. Obviously, he stole it.
Isn't Cusack a Cubs fan?
Captain, we have a big show tonight!
Fine. Tonight's movie is The Man in the Attic. Now, Mr. Bones, where did you get these pictures?
All over the internet, sir.
Captain!
Huh?
We need to start tonight's movie!
Sorry, me hearties. Tonight, we venture to 18th century England, where a woman rents a room to a tenant that she fears just might be Jack the Ripper. The hunt is on for all of Scotland Yard in The Man in the Attic to discover his true identity.
Captain, how do you know what the movie is? We haven't even gone to the island yet.
Well, maybe you haven't, but we've been anchored here for about an hour or so. I kinda had special permission.
It's true, Jack. I announced it earlier, but when the captain didn't respond, it only corroborated the fact that I thought he was ashore.
Wow, I'm missing everything.
I know. The identity stolen, the arrival at the island, Mr. Bones using words like corroborated. You'll make a good captain one day, Jack, when you get in touch with everything going on.
As you are, Captain, with the celebrities you are apparently dancing the night away with in those pictures. Speaking of celebrities, who is in the movie tonight, sir? Is that the Spice Girls?
Well, they look spicy.
If I may, Captain, the man who rents the room is played by Jack Palance.
What room? Jack Palance?
Yes, but they don't know for sure if he's Jack the Ripper. They have to discover his identity first. You know, you might remember him as the guy who was the Joker's boss in Batman '89 with Michael Keaton. Oh, and also he played Curly in the City Slicker movies, City Slickers, with Billy Crystal, among others. John Lovitz. He won an Oscar for that one, actually, but he sure was young in this film. Oh, and our older audiences might recognize the woman trying to solve the mystery as Aunt Bee from The Andy Griffith Show. The original Golden Girl.
Wow, I'm not sure I ever saw her in anything else, Captain. Sounds perfectly spooky.
Well, I don't know, Jack. Aunt Bee always seems to make things better. Think she'll bake a cake?
Mr. Bones, forget Aunt Bee, all right? And the cake. Now, about these pictures, my God, he's on the Jimmy Fallon show.
No time right now, Captain.
Now, wait a second.
Sorry, Captain, it will have to wait for the next segment. We have to start the movie, and we're just out of time. Roll the movie, guys.
Now, just wait a second, Jack. I'm the captain. I'll say when we begin the movie. Now, wait a moment. I'm worried about my pictures out there.
Sorry, sir, no time.
Stop that! Me identity is being stolen, just like Jack the Ripper's.
And you took entirely too much time to find it.
I said stop it, Jack.
Besides, you don't know if it's Jack the Ripper or just Jack Palance, ophthalmologist.
Aboriginist? Damn it, Jack, you're gonna break it.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna break it.
No, I'm not.
Now, damn it, Jack. I have a remote, too.
Sorry, sir.
I said stop it, Jack.
No time. You did that yourself, Captain.
What?
And it took entirely too much time to find it.
Jack, stop it. Great. Now you did it. What's happening?
I think someone stole your dignity, sir.
Why do I bother?
clatter like a horse. You'll not seal up on any Jack the Ripper thundering through the streets like that. 3,000 men called out, all wearing rubber strips on their boots, except the Yorkshireman.
And one Yorkshireman's worth the lot of you, never mind me boots. They'd be better off giving us guns, not yawping about rubber soles. And what do we do with this? Against a cunning devil with a long, sharp knife.
An Irishman knows what to do with that. You go now, Katie. Now go home and don't come back here till you learn how to behave yourself.
I won't go home.
Now, you, Katie, 100 times if I said it once.
Let go of me. I'll go when I'm ready and not before. Let go of it!
No, now, is that any way to be acting?
Now, just gentle-like. Easy and gentle, if you please.
3 strong men it takes. 3 men to keep one poor woman from having a little drink.
No, you'll be feeling fine after a little sleep. Come on.
I'm feeling fine now, you great ape.
You got a quick eye, miss. He is a bit like an ape.
Here, you're for home. You've had enough.
Now look here. I'll drink till I float if I want to, and no one is going to stop me.
I might
Yeah, let me handle this. You see, miss, it's our duty to protect you from Jack the Ripper. I don't think you mind a bit of protection from a fiend like that, do you?
You know, I will be honored to have a stalwart and polite constable, such as you, take me home. I live just around the corner. Just around the corner. You know, it's a rare thing to find a constable with such lovely manners.
Yorkshire gallantry, ma'am.
Well, here it is. And thank you kindly.
A pleasure, ma'am. Sleep well.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Rot. This fellow, George Bernard Shaw, should be shipped back to Ireland post-haste.
What did you say, dear?
I was talking to the dog.
About what, dear?
I said George Bernard Shaw should be sent back to Ireland.
Why, what did he say that you don't like?
He said if a duchess went down to Whitechapel and got slaughtered by Jack the Ripper, something would be done to protect the lives of the poor women who live there.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
In the first place, it's not true. The second, I was talking to my dog.
Very well, but I think at least you should tell him both sides.
That's ridiculous.
Now, who could that be this time of night?
I'm sure if you think carefully, you will discover a way of finding out.
William, I feel something.
Helen.
Well, I do.
Good evening. Do you have rooms to let? I saw your advertisement and the estate agents gave me this order to view. You must forgive me for coming so late. I was working.
Oh, yes, of course, we do have rooms. Please come in. I'm Mrs. Hawley.
My name is Slade.
Well, Helen, who is it?
My husband, Mr. Hawley. This is Mr. Slade, dear. He's come to see the rooms.
Yes, how do you do? That's odd, you know. He never does that with strangers.
May I see the rooms, Mrs. Hawley?
Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Slade. You just come upstairs. Here we are. I'm awfully glad I dusted in here today. I had a feeling someone might come. I'm sure you'd be very comfortable here. This is the bedroom.
These are the only rooms you have, Mrs. Hawley?
I could let you have them quite reasonably. There isn't anything else, except the attic, of course.
The attic? Please let me see it.
It's really very small, you know.
I would like very much to see it.
Do you like those? They're old-time actresses. Quaint, aren't they? As you see, it isn't very nice.
Excellent. This is excellent. Exactly what I need, madam. You see, I am a pathologist. I need a place to study and do a little experimental work where I won't be interrupted. Oh, I'd take the other rooms as well, of course. I would live downstairs and work up here. Would that be all right with you?
Yes, of course.
This will be most useful. I suppose a scientist's experiments always seem mysterious to other people. I assure you I won't be doing anything dangerous.
That's good.
May I take the rooms tonight?
Yes, but the term...
Would £5 a month be acceptable?
Hi, oh, now that's more than adequate.
Done.
You're our first paying guest, Mr. Slade. You see, we've come upon a period of hard times.
So you must now let rooms.
Yes, Mr. Hawley suffered business reverses, and with nothing to do, he's become so nervous and restless. If at times he seems a little eccentric or rude, you will understand, won't you?
Of course I will. I believe I should pay you now, Mrs. Hawley. My habits are irregular, I'm afraid. I often need to be out late at night, and I will be very quiet. If you'll just regard me as a lodger, not as a guest, you'll hardly know I'm in the house. A month in advance.
Oh, you are thoughtful, Mr. Slade. I'm so pleased it was you who came.
Are you? That's very kind.
The maid will get your meals whenever you want them.
You have a maid?
Yes. This happens to be her night out. But I can get you some dinner if you'd like.
Yes. This is a beautiful old Bible.
Yes, it belonged to my grandmother.
I hope you'll not take it away. I should like to have it here. It comforts me.
The Ripper again! Murder in Whitechapel! Murder! Another Ripper murder!
Another one. Another one of those horrible Jack the Ripper murders. Why can't the police stop them?
Jack the Ripper. What a revolting, stupid name. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hawley. The whole thing is repugnant to me.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get your dinner now.
Murder! Evening Standard! Echo! The Ripper again! Murder in Whitechapel! Murder! Another Ripper murder! Another murder! Evening Standard! Echo!
Oh, it's you.
Have you heard?
Yes, another murder.
The fourth. All the same. He cuts their throats and then uses his knife like a doctor who's gone mad. The papers daren't print all the details. Too gruesome. Want to read it?
No, thank you. William, Mr. Slade took the room.
Mm-hmm.
And the attic, too. He's taking them as of now.
I say, that's a bit quick, isn't it?
He won't be any trouble to us at all.
Don't like renting out bits and pieces of my own home. Can't have any privacy.
Besides, we need the money.
I suppose you want me to go up and make a show of hospitality?
No, tomorrow will do, dear. But if you're finished with the paper, let me take it up to Mr. Slade with his dinner.
Finish with it? I just got it. There, you see, it's beginning. Well, now, where's that dog?
I think I saw him go upstairs.
Look, that fellow's not going to have my dog, too, is he?
Pictures, their eyes follow you wherever you move. They watch. They get on my nerves. I don't like being watched.
I understand. I'll have them taken down tomorrow.
Further, they are pictures of actresses.
Yes. I hope you don't really object to actresses. My niece Lily's on the stage.
Your niece?
Yes, we're very proud of her. She opens next week at the Piccadilly Theatre Royal. She's bringing over some special dances from Paris. They're quite shocking, but they're most delightful.
And she is very beautiful, too, I suppose.
Oh, you'll soon change your mind about actresses, Mr. Slade. Come on, Prince.
Welcome back, mateys. You know, you won't believe this, Jack, but this guy who has stolen me identity is living quite the life. Look at this. Here he is with John Wesley Shipp and John Schneider.
And who are they, Captain?
Well, Shipp was the 90s Flash, and the dad on Dawson's Creek, and John Schneider was in the original Dukes of Hazzard.
And it certainly looks like you two are hitting it off. What's he doing there, sir?
Again, that's not me, you skeletal collection of dust. That's the imposter. But they're doing a bit from Smallville, I guess.
How do you know this, sir?
Huh? Oh, I binge. I watch a lot of TV. You know, Netflix.
You like Superman, don't you?
Well, how could you not? I mean, the man flies.
Oh my, and here he is, hanging around the water cooler with the cast of The Office. And Alf. And Chewbacca. And here's that guy from Jurassic Park. Although those last couple might be staged. Is that Robert Patrick? The Terminator?
Why do I have the feeling this is going to be a long segment?
You're psychic?
I don't know. Did I pay for one? Wait. Here he is with a dinosaur.
A real one, Captain?
Yes, Jack, it's real. But I can't tell where it is. Could be Jurassic Park Island, for all I know.
Or Steven Spielberg's bathroom.
Is that Radio City Music Hall and the cast of Chicago?
No, but that is a real rocket, Captain. Well, to quote Mr. Sulu, oh, ma.
Well, he certainly is living a better life than you, sir.
Well, that looks photoshopped.
Yes, but it's still a woman, sir.
No one asked, Mr. Bones.
Just pointing it out, sir.
Got it.
You know, that you have no woman in your life.
Again, thank you, Mr. Bones.
But on the bright side, you do have an alimony or two. Or four.
You're too kind, Mr. Bones.
Oh, and here's one with Daphne de Zuniga from Spaceballs. And she's quite the heartthrob. Oh, and Robert Wagner. And that guy from the Animal House movies.
Tim Matheson.
Who?
Tim Matheson.
What? Holy crap, is that his head in the Statue of Liberty?
I think so, sir.
What is Kinky Boots?
A Broadway musical.
Oh. I thought it was a cartoon. Or a stag film.
No, sir, you are clearly enjoying it on Broadway. It says so right there on the playbill that you're paying for in New York.
How do you know it's New York and not some community theater nonsense?
Nonsense? Yes, here you are with Whoopi.
No, not nonsense. Nonsense!
Oh, nonsense!
Yes, like you.
Oh, yes, that makes no sense.
As much sense as he does again on the red carpet in L.A., Los Angeles.
No, he's in Philadelphia.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He clearly is, Mr. Bones, because he's at the home of Betsy Ross.
Wait. Sounds like me. Is she hot?
Hot? No! She's the person who created the American flag.
She sounds hot.
Well, it's Philadelphia because here you are attempting to run the stairs used in Rocky.
Betsy. Betsy Ross.
Which leads me to believe that it is in fact not you.
Betsy Hot Ross.
It is in fact not you.
Because it's healthy?
Obviously.
Obviously.
But here you are at Carlo's Bakery, which seems more your speed. These pics make me believe that it was in fact you.
Sounds about right. But it wasn't me. I've heard of Philadelphia, but I've never been.
Appropriate, right?
This is like a horror movie.
No, Captain, this is.
Is that Dracula?
Yes, that's Dracula, Frankenstein, and the boys, and that's a lot of horror icons. That's also Michael Myers, the Crypt Keeper, Ghostface.
I think that is a wax museum, sir.
Wax museum?
Yes.
You mean all of those celebrities are painted in wax? Covered?
Covered?
Like in the movie that we showed here on our show, A Bucket of Blood, with Walter Paisley?
No, these were artists.
So were they.
Oh, here he is in the Oval Office. Boy, that really looks like you, sir.
Well, of course it does. That's a good-looking guy, only with short hair. And a winter hat or something. Boy, only he ain't fooling me.
Why would he be in the White House?
Jack, didn't you say we won some kind of award recently? Perhaps a red carpet affair of some type? I mean, don't the winners of that Super Bowl go there to meet the leader of America? Perhaps that award or its winners would go there.
Yes, Yes, but the White House is for the big ones, sir.
Living the life, winning awards, dating hotties. This guy has been around. Is that Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters? I've seen that movie. It was funny. I think there's another sequel to it coming out this summer.
I believe so, sir.
You do not want to see this one, sir.
What? Why not?
Because if you thought the last one was bad with one of the Ghostbusters...
Yes. On screen.
Here he is hanging out with Dan Aykroyd, drinking that Crystal Skull vodka he markets.
Oh my God. You know, I can drink vodka. I could switch from rum to hang out with Dan Aykroyd in some basement with containers of vodka just sitting around, that Crystal Skull vodka. Is this guy famous or something?
Unfortunately, sir.
You know he named that after Indiana Jones, don't you, Captain? Did you know that he was in the second Indiana Jones movie, Captain?
And that is Jason Isaacs, I think, from The Patriot.
Colonel Tavington.
Yes, but he was also the commander from the new Star Trek show.
I think he was also Captain Hook.
Oh, and here he is with Supergirl from Smallville.
Another beauty.
And, here he is with Mina Suvari from American Beauty.
Forget the identity theft, gentlemen. I want to steal his life. How is he on the red carpet with so many famous people? So many beautiful women. Is that Pittsburgh Dad?
Oh, I love him. He's so funny. Much more so than on this show. Can we get him on our show?
Darth Vader, R2-D2. Now I recognize it. Oh, that's Neve Campbell. And the cast from Scream. Who is paying for all this, I wonder?
Probably you.
What? Me?
This is horrible, Captain. Have you reported this to the police?
The police? No. The police and I have had our differences in the past.
Port Royal again?
It's like the pandemic all over again.
How so, Captain?
Well, the only good thing to come out of the pandemic was the fact I could host this show without pants.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, isn't that what people are doing nowadays?
On a Zoom call, Captain.
I'll say. When we were hosting DOA and a stiff breeze would come by, I'll say that DOA went ZOOM zoom. But the police and I have had our differences in the past.
Port Royal again?
Yes, Port Royal, but no one needs to remember that particular bender.
Did you try contacting the authorities about that night in Port Royal about this identity theft issue?
No. No one needs to contact anyone about Port Royal. Do we understand?
Captain, I was wondering if you could tell me what tonight's movie was again.
The Man in the Attic. Why?
I just happened to see your shirt there, and I couldn't help but wonder if you were Drake's doppelganger. You know, ringing up a new bill on clothing. It's like tonight's movie, Captain. Aunt B doesn't know if he's Jack the Ripper or not. And tonight's movie, ironically enough, is about identity theft.
Well, smarty pants, if I was the doppelganger, where's the real captain?
That's an excellent point, Captain.
Port Royal.
Enough about Port Royal. All of this is going on because I am the captain, you walking Zsa Zsa Gabor hat. I am a celebrity, and someone has stolen me identity.
No, that can't be it. You're hardly a celebrity. Just like the captain doesn't know who is stealing his identity as a spy in New York.
Right. No, wait. What?
Oh, yes, Captain. Your credit card company just said whoever this guy is, he was in New York City dancing the night away with your cards. Isn't that quaint?
In the port of New York, too?
That's right, Captain. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they said you would have more faxed over here in about 10 minutes.
More? Then let's take a break here, Mr. Bones. I think me wallet needs one. We can get back to this nonsense after a commercial break. Is that the Titanic?
Yes, this one comes from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, on the Strip.
I thought that the boat sank in the Atlantic.
Oh, it did, but they built a half-scale version in the middle of the country for some reason.
Of course they did. Are there any pictures of me shaking hands with Leonardo DiCaprio? Perhaps making out a little with Kate Winslet?
No, but you are doing your King of the World impression here with Leo, and having a drink with Billy Zane. Seems pretty damning. Although Billy Zane seems awfully charming.
Billy Zane? Who is that?
You know, the bad guy from Titanic.
No, that's the good guy from the Phantom.
That is Billy Zane, you numbskull.
Oh, yeah.
In Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Yes, it's like the Vegas of the South, but for family. Don't forget Dollywood.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Oh, it really is. You should try it.
I just might.
Good for you.
Well, now that you both have a vacation destination, can we get back to my problems?
No, we have to take a break.
A what?
We'll be right back.
What the
We're here live from the poop deck. This is an extended edition of Walk the Plank, always seen on everyone's favorite show, Dead and Buried Treasures. And as the name suggests, this show gives you a better view of Dead and Buried Treasures. With me tonight, as always, the series creator, Captain Calico Drake himself, Eric Sprouse.
Ahoy, Avast, Rich! How are you this evening?
Enjoying the sun atop the poop deck.
It's nice that we're doing like a live cut-in. It's really cool. It's really nice, and we're doing this all night long. We're going to make this a common thing every time we do the show. But how do you get such wonderful stateside top view seats where you have a wonderful view? And I'm down here in the bowels of the ship where it pretty much smells and lives up to its name, the poop deck. Seriously, I'm down here in the bowels of the ship. How do you get such a great seat up top side?
Well, that's the perks of being a pre-show host.
Yeah, I guess so. But hey, I guess it's kind of appropriate. We got a hell of a contest going on.
We do, and that kind of ties into tonight's theme, I believe.
We are sponsored. This episode is sponsored by the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. And here's the contest for Dead and Buried Treasures. They're having a Pirates Weekend on September 18th and 19th of September. And if you go to the Renaissance Festival, I will be walking around the Renfest somewhere that weekend. And if you come find me and you're the first person to recognize me and call me Captain Calico Drake, not just, hey, pirate guy. No, that's not going to work. You got to know my name, Captain Calico Drake. And the flagship station that we're on, which is BPTV, you and 3 other viewers will win a 4-pack of tickets to come back to the Renfest that are usable until the Renfest closes on October 10th. Now, how sweet is that? Or in the immortal words of Jackie Gleason, how sweet it is.
Ahoy once again, ye scallywags. It is I, Hank, from the Swashbuckler's Haunt. It's time to reveal the answer to last month's trivia question, sponsored by Midas in Washington. Here was that question.
A dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum.
As a fellow pirate and a member of Drake's crew, that seemed pretty straightforward to me. Aye, but just in case, here was the answer to that less than perplexing question.
Who's dead? Yo-ho-ho in a bottle of rum. Man of a stiff and
Our winner was notified by email, of course, where they won a free oil change at Midas in Washington. Jealous? Can't say I blamed you. If that's the case, make sure to tune in later this evening where you can save yourself a ton of treasure and get a free oil change yourself if you can act quicker than the Kraken and get this month's question correct. And keep watching Dead and Buried Treasures and her sister shows, our pre-show Walk the Plank and after show The Pirate's Booty. Stay the course, me fiends, and abide by the code.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.
Don't miss Walk the Plank, the official pre-show of Dead and Buried Treasures, seen 30 minutes before the show begins. That's Walk the Plank with your host, Rich Kanji, your backstage pass and a true treasure to all things dead and buried.
Avast! Welcome back, me hearties!
Are there any more of these pictures anywhere, Mr. Bones?
I'm not sure, sir, but this is the lot of them, I think. But, Captain, you need to prepare yourself.
Oh my. Who is this guy?
I don't know, sir, but he sure loves to mingle with celebrities and travel and the women. Remember when I told you he was spotted with Laura Vandervoort, who played Supergirl?
Yes.
And Daphne Zuniga?
Yes.
From Spaceballs?
Yes.
And Vision Quest?
Yes.
And The Fly 2?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, and Nev Campbell from Scream? And Wild Things.
Mr. Bones.
Well, those women were just the beginning. He's been seen with Annabeth Gish from The X-Files. I told you about Mina Suvari. Cameron Diaz.
Charlie's Angels?
Yes, them too. And I think he was on The Ellen Show for something.
What's that?
A talk show.
What do people do on it?
Talk. Duh.
Who would have guessed?
But look here. Here he is with Leah Thompson from Back to the Future, Biff from Back to the Future, and Doc Brown from Christopher Lloyd from guess what?
Back to the Future?
No, the Addams Family. But that would have been cool. And look at this. Do you remember the Bionic Woman, Lindsay Wagner?
No.
He went all on her too.
Now, Mr. Bones, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, he must be in misery. What's that?
That is West Palm Beach, Club Med. Looks like he was doing some day sailing with these two hotties. And of course, sailing with your credit card.
Of course. I just don't understand. I mean, seriously, who is this guy? Isn't this against the law?
I don't know, sir, but he sure loves to mingle with celebrities and travel a lot.
As you said, Mr. Bones enjoys reminding me. Boba Fett? This guy knows Boba Fett. The only bounty hunter I knew of was that shirtless guy that sweat a lot. 2 years ago, and boy did he have B.O. with that collapsible cage and a do-rag on his head or whatever it was, and oh god, he smelled like an old Spice commercial.
Was he on a horse?
As a matter of fact, he was.
Maybe the smell was the horse.
I doubt it.
Wonder Woman, the guy who voices Kermit the Frog.
Who?
Cast of The Office. Oh, of course, we said that already.
What's that?
A TV show. Funny. You wouldn't understand the concept.
And did you say travel?
Yes. New York City, Canada, Williamsburg, Philadelphia.
He didn't steal the Declaration of Independence, did he?
Well, no, but if you're looking for a copycat who steals lives, that would be from Nicolas Cage. Yes, I guess I could say that, yeah. Yes.
His life is much more interesting than mine. And I'm a pirate. What, did he time travel too? Isn't that Charlie Chaplin?
Yes, but he's dead.
Well, so is Frank Sinatra, but that doesn't stop him from singing with him. Wait. This looks like our era.
No, that was Williamsburg, and Yorktown, and Jamestown. It's like a living museum in colonial America. I think that's actually in Virginia.
Well, it sure looks like our era. Look at those frigates. Amazing. Oh, yeah. That guy looks happy.
Angelina Jolie? Eddie Murphy? Is he having a concert with Prince?
What's a Prince who?
Dead. Dead is who.
And look at those cars! Did he buy cars on his dime too?
Did I?
I'm not quite sure, sir.
I mean, those would break me. Perhaps they were stolen from the island? Movie props the island has created?
No, they appear authentic. The Batmobile, the General Lee, the Bandit's Trans Am from Smokey the Bandit, Ghost Rider's motorcycle, the Beverly Hillbillies jalopy, Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters, the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Oh, sure. Why not complete the trifecta? Kidnap the car. You already have Biff, Doc Brown, Marty's mom. Did he kidnap Marty McFly too?
Undetermined. No, here he is with Marty McFly too.
Of course he is.
Herbie the Love Bug. No, the vehicles all appear quite genuine. The cars are all genuine.
All right, I get it. He has a fleet. But I have a boat.
Oh, yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, sure.
But they were all movie themed, right? This can't be a coincidence, and this looks nothing like me.
Sir?
This Chowderhead is... What is he doing there?
Looks like art classes.
Art classes?
Yep.
In New York?
Yep, yes.
This is preposterous.
And yet he appears to be quite good.
He seems quite the culinarian, too.
Culinary? He's cooking now?
Well, technically it's baking.
But again, in New York City.
Gads, I'll bake him. It does look good, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
I could eat.
This is utterly absurd. He's going to break me. Is that...
A Garth Brooks concert.
A Garth Brooks concert.
Twice, it looks like. Well, sucking down more of those cookies and there won't be any question. We look very much different.
Sir?
You know, between me and Gordon Ramsay there.
Actually, Gordon Ramsay was more of a cook. a culinarian, a chef.
He looks nothing like me. I'm handsome and rugged. Look at me hair. This guy has none, probably why he wears a hat.
Captain, what are you talking about? This guy looks just like you. And you wear a hat.
Sir, he is the spitting image of you.
You're daft, man. Have you been mixing your Benadryl with your pineapple juice again? He's a little younger, I'll give him that, but I'm definitely better looking.
Oh, I don't know, sir. Here he is with Carrie Underwood, Marilyn Monroe, and, well, you saw Shannon Elizabeth, right? I think he does pretty well.
Mr. Bones, I'm pretty sure Marilyn Monroe is dead.
Oh. Well, he must do really well.
Well, he must be important. Here he is with the president, President Clinton.
And the Obamas.
The Obamas? All the leaders of America?
And a king, Don King.
Not just America. Here's the royal family, for crying out loud.
Wait. Captain, I do believe I have an explanation. We apparently have drifted over, into a wax museum in New York, Madame Tussauds, and another one near Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, that explains why he's attempting to piss off a heavyweight champ.
And Sofia Vergara. And Kanye West. And John Wayne.
And the president.
Obama?
No, Trump.
But he's not the president.
He thinks he is.
There's one thing I don't understand.
One thing?
How does he do this? How can he afford all of this? Celebrities wandering the streets. I mean, you really can't tell who are celebrities and what's wax.
Well, actually, you are paying for the whole thing, sir.
Me?
Am I wrong, Mr. Bones?
No, but he must be racking up a hell of a lot of cashback bonus points. Here he is at the Met in New York City. And the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Is that Steve Gutenberg?
Police Academy guy?
Yes.
Oh, I don't like the looks of this guy.
Well, wait a second. That's not Steve Gutenberg. That is Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws and Mr. Holland's Opus. Oh, and that's Jennifer Garner. That is Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, that's Steve Gutenberg.
No. That's Anthony Daniels. You know, C-3PO from Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars. Well, at least it wasn't the Emperor.
No, that one is the Emperor.
No. The most famous pirate of all time? The most famous villain of our age?
In between the one of he and Tom Berenger and Lou Ferrigno. Remember Major League and the Hulk?
Good grief, is that Karen Allen?
Who is Karen Allen?
Who is Karen Allen?
Who is Karen Allen?
Only the hottest woman in Hollywood.
Marion from Raiders of the Lost Ark? Who wasn't in love with her?
Right. Well, this guy obviously was. And she looks the same as she did in the movie 40 years ago. She ain't wax.
No. Most of these pictures are genuine.
I feel like my head's going to explode. And this has to stop before he breaks me. I mean, how many celebrities has he even met? But I guess this is what happens. When you're famous, like me, you can meet everyone and they all want to meet you.
Or your credit card.
And here he is in New York again. What the devil is he doing there? Again!
Having the time of his life, apparently, Captain.
Broadway shows, A Bronx Tale, Hamilton, School of Rock.
The Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Times Square. You've got to get to the bottom of this. He's just everywhere on your dime, Captain.
If only there were some clue of some type. How or when, how he does some of this. Wait. Mr. Bones, back up a few pictures. Who was it? The one with Tom Berenger. That's it, stop. Maybe I have him. That sign. Steel City Con. That's right here in Pittsburgh. Aren't they one of our sponsors?
Wow, you are a detective.
What if we cross-reference the convention with some of the credit card numbers that we stole, or borrowed, found, and see if we can't get some kind of match? Professor Gertie. Professor Gertie, are you there?
Yes, Captain.
Professor? Is the monitor not working?
Yeah, but, I'm taking a shower.
Oh. Really? Well, let me tell you something. 78% of men love sex in the shower.
That's because the other 22% have never been to prison.
Professor, I need to know if you can run a credit card check for me on a guy impersonating me at a Steel City Con. Yes. Looks like me, I guess, according to Mr. Bones. Meeting various celebrities, and Tom Berenger, apparently, when he was there. What else, Jack?
6'1", about 260 pounds.
Hey, 245 pounds.
260 pounds.
Got it. Sending you a receipt now.
Really? What else can you do in the shower?
Captain!
The captain is apparently limited to the things you can do in the shower besides pee.
Who cares if you pee in the shower?
The bride and all of her guests, apparently.
Oh, Captain! The facts arrived. Just the facts, Captain. You have a copy in your email. I'm looking at it now.
Excellent.
Well, Captain, if I can be of any other service, just let me...
Right. Get back to your Netflix binge or whatever. What do we have, Mr. Bones?
Well, Captain, I believe I have a phone number on this bill.
Yes, I'm glad I caught that. Transfer.
Actually, Captain, the one underneath that one is a phone number. The one above is what you owe.
What?
Well, me hearties, that changes everything.
Well, me hearties, that changes everything. Get me a phone. As for you, mateys, let's get you back to the movie. But when we come back, we'll check out this phone number and get to the bottom of this. As for the movie, I'm starting to suspect something about this dark and sinister stranger staying at Aunt B's. I think there's more to him than meets the eye. Even just my eye.
Really, Captain?
Nothing gets past me, Mr. Bones.
Well, that's why you're the captain, Captain.
It's not Aunt B, Captain.
Well, of course it is. As soon as Sheriff Taylor gets done with work, he and Barney will give him a proper what for, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Opie will open up a can of whoop-ass.
Maybe she'll even bake a pie when they catch this guy.
Andy Griffith Outfits versus Jack the Ripper. Now there's your movie.
Aye, with Pie, of course. He's probably stealing Jack the Ripper's identity too. Let's get back to the man in the attic.
Egads, is that Joe Green's locker room?
Helen, it's 7 o'clock.
Be quiet, dear. Read your paper. We're just coming.
Oh, I'm as good as my word, Daisy. I've got your pass for Miss Liz's performance tonight.
Oh, Mr. Ollie, sir, you're awfully nice.
What's the matter? Don't you want to go now?
Oh, I do, sir, I do. But I'm afraid.
Afraid?
Well, there ain't a girl in all London who fancies walking home alone at night. What with the Ripper up to his devilish tricks?
Well, I suppose I don't blame you. Tell you what, see the show and come home in a cab.
Oh, bless you, Mr. Hollis, sir.
Now, run along and fetch us a carriage, will you?
Yes, Mr. Hollis, sir.
Come along, Lily, darling, or you'll be late.
I'm coming, Auntie. Uncle William, you look very handsome and elegant.
You look pretty ravishing yourself.
Oh, I'm so excited, I'm afraid I'm going to burst.
You must contain yourself at all costs, especially in the theater where people are helplessly packed together.
Oh, do be quiet. Be sure you've got everything.
Hello there, Mr. Slade.
Are you coming to the theater, Mr. Slade?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, Lily, I don't believe you've met Mr. Slade, have you? My niece, Lily Bonner.
Good evening, Mr. Slade. I'm sorry you can't come to the opening.
I have work I must do.
You work at night?
Yes, quite often, sometimes all night. It's quieter at night.
I like the night, too. It's the only time I feel really alive. It's at night that the interesting things happen. What kind of work do you do at night, Mr. Slade?
I doubt if you'd be interested.
Do you just work?
Sometimes I walk close by the river. The river is like liquid night flowing peacefully out to infinity. I must not delay you. I wish you success tonight.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
He's so odd, isn't he?
I believe he's shy and lonely and all wrapped up in his Chinese puzzles.
What Chinese puzzles?
Oh, science and pathology. Whatever you said he did.
Can't help feeling there's something odd about him.
He skulks, he prowls, that's the something about him. And if he's lonely, he is only to pop out of his shell and speak to someone.
I think he's interesting.
Evening Standard, Echo! Evening Standard, Echo! 4,000 police on duty in Whitechapel. Evening Standard, Echo! 4,000 police on duty in Whitechapel. Oh, thank you, Governor. Evening Standard, Echo!
Dressing room 1.
Hello, Annie. Flowers for Miss Bonner.
Please. May I see Miss Bonner? Miss Bonner is dressing.
Who is it, Leela?
It's Annie Rowley. La Belle Anne, remember?
It's all right, Leela. I know who Annie Raleigh is. Come in.
Oh, it looks very nice. Thank you for letting me come in. I always like to come and say hello to my old dressing room.
Perfectly all right, Annie. Help yourself to champagne, courtesy of the management. I've got to hurry.
Yes, I remember. Did you know royalty was coming tonight?
Yes, the Prince of Wales.
Oh, I had it all once. Royalty, champagne, flowers. I remember my opening night and how excited I was. I looked in this very mirror. I wish I knew then what I know now. I came up overnight. Overnight it was forgotten. Won't be that way with you.
Who knows?
No, it won't. I went on looks alone. You have talent and all the rest.
Thanks, Annie. You coming tonight?
No, I have what I call my work. I still sing and dance, you know.
Oh, where?
La Belle Anne now performs at Madame Tussie's School of the Dance. Gentlemen come in the evening to learn the latest fandango. That's in the parlor in front of the house.
Is there anything I can do, Annie?
Too late.
You know, Annie, perhaps it isn't all up with you. Perhaps I could help you. I don't think there's a place with my girls, but I'm sure I could do something.
She's gone, Miss Lily.
Yes.
Every girl should have a dictionary in a foreign land. And if the talk should ever turn to love, you look it up and you understand.
But you don't need to read a dictionary, no, no, never when you're in Paris. When he holds your hand,
Oui.
You will understand.
Oh, oui.
'Cause it's easy in Paris. Say oui, oui. Say si, si. Say ooh, ooh, la, la. That's all you have to know to fall in love. Say chérie, say baby, say come si, come ça. And you know the way to show the way to love. You don't have to be a language connoisseur. Just wink your eye and sigh, sigh, and whisper, vive l'amour. That you're in love.
Speaking of the murder by the Ripper, are you sure it was the Ripper again? The report said it was a murder just like the others, sir. Where was it? Whitechapel? Yes, sir. All right.
To Lily Bonner and her beautiful, talented troupe, long life. London is yours, Lily, and if I were Lord Mayor, I'd give you the keys to the city. Miss Bonner, you know, champagne has a special significance to me. As I was growing up in the old Limehouse district, champagne was only a remote word.
She is very beautiful,
To this
if
day,
I may say so,
special
sir.
pleasure to say.
Mm-hmm. Wait here, Bates.
Champagne for everyone.
Dislike very much interrupting your party, Miss Bonner. It's a matter of utmost importance to Scotland Yard.
Sounds fascinating, Inspector Warwick. And how can I help Scotland Yard?
I want to ask you about a woman who came to see you before your performance this evening, a certain Annie Rowley.
Yes, she was here. I felt terribly sorry for her.
How much do you know about her?
Not much, I'm afraid. Why, Inspector?
She has become another victim of Jack the Ripper. Can you tell me if she was with anyone?
No. She was alone.
Someone said a man was seen near the place where Annie Rowley was found. A man carrying a small black bag and wearing an ulster. Of course, that description fits thousands of people, but you saw no such man?
No. No, I saw no one like that.
finally got Lily settled for the night. Poor thing, she thought she was so excited she couldn't sleep. But she dropped off while I was talking to her.
That's possible. I just opened it.
I'm thinking.
Thinking.
You know that man from Scotland Yard said the Ripper was carrying a little black bag.
All he said was there was a report that a man carrying a black bag was seen in the vicinity of the murder.
And Mr. Slade came to us the night of the other murder, and all he had with him was a little black bag. And tonight, he took his black bag with him when he went out.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
His bag is not black, and he didn't take it with him tonight.
William, he did.
Would you stake your oath on that? Your solemn oath in the court of law? So, you're not sure of the color of his bag, nor that he had it with him when he went out. You're always leaping to illogical conclusions, which you call thinking. And the window?
Oh, I'm sorry, dear, I forgot. Women can sense things, William. Now, you know that's true. Remember when I said something had happened to my sister Sophie, and we found out that she'd fallen and broken her hip? And remember...
What are you looking at?
It's Mr. Slade. He's just coming in.
Why not? He lives here.
He creeps. You can hardly hear him move.
Naturally, he creeps. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you think he should come in dancing and singing and waking up the whole house?
He stopped at Lily's door.
He did? The window?
Oh. More tea, dear?
Paper says that the murderer used his knife in ways quite unprintable. Ridiculous. How can a knife be used unprintably?
Tea, dear?
Queen Victoria's issued a statement. She has told Commissioner Warren that no married man could possibly be to blame for these murders, and therefore every bachelor in London should be rounded up immediately.
Tea?
What a wise queen. Now all Scotland Yard has to do is to round up 1 million men and ask them if they're Jack the Ripper.
Well, she's right. No married man would do such a thing. Oh, she's so gay. Even in the morning.
Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful world? All the reviews are raves.
Why, of course. Don't say it.
Don't say what, dear?
I wonder who that can be.
Oh, I'll go, Daisy.
Hello, I'm Paul Warwick of Scotland Yard again.
Oh, yes. Do come in.
Good morning, Mr. Warwick.
Hello, Miss Bonner. I'm sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but it was important that I talk to you again. Hello.
Hello. Oh, do come in and have a cup of tea.
I'll get it, dear.
Did you know I found out last night after you left that Annie Rowley sent me some flowers?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, that was my excuse. I mean, reason for calling. The stage doorman told me. I'd like to find out what florist the flowers came from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't keep the box.
Well, it was a possible lead. Though it did no help to Scotland Yard, it did give me the opportunity.
Good morning.
I beg your pardon. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Mr. Slade, this is Mr. Warwick.
How do you do?
Mr. Warwick's from Scotland Yard. He's engaged on the Ripper case. Now, tell me, Inspector, is it really true that this time the Ripper was seen?
Yes, I was about to ask that, too.
He may have been.
I don't think you'll ever catch him.
Why not?
Well, 5 murders. This time Whitechapel was swarming with police. And yet you didn't even come near to finding him. You don't know any more now than you did in the beginning.
Yes, we do.
Oh, what?
He's of average height. He's very quick and strong.
And he's left-handed. Perhaps he carries a black bag which would contain his knives.
What I want to know is, why does he do it?
Well, there are many theories. The favorite one is that he's a maniac who kills at random.
Do you believe that?
No.
Oh. Well, he may not kill at random, but he's not sane. You're a medical man, Mr. Slade. Would you say he was sane?
I tend to agree with Miss Lily. The police will not find him.
Why not?
The police are searching for a criminal. In reality, there are no criminals. There are only people doing what they must do because they are who they are. So perhaps the police are searching for someone who doesn't exist.
Well, if my theories are correct, I shall make Jack the Ripper's own hands tie the noose that will hang him.
I still don't see how you worked it out that he was left-handed. Do you, Mr. Slade?
I've intruded too long. I really only came down for the morning paper. Thank you. Have you all finished with it?
Oh, yes, sorry. Should have sent one up to you.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Odd how that dog acts. Seems to have fallen in love with him.
Mr. Slade? Mr. Slade! Is something burning?
Don't come up here. I'm sorry there's an odor, Mrs. Harley. There was something I had to burn, my work. I'll open the window. Just leave the tray in my sitting room, please.
I was thinking I would have to clean the room today.
Whenever you wish, Mrs. Harley.
Well, how is that possible? I'm telling you, that isn't me. What? Oh, very well. Goodbye.
Good news, Captain?
Yes. That was me credit card company. They said they are sending over more pictures to validate their story, that it is in fact someone else, not me, running up those bills in New York and Jamestown and Canada and at all these comic conventions meeting all these celebrities.
Well, that's good news, right?
No, it's not. I want to be meeting all these famous people and visiting all these places. This guy looks like me, but I want it to be me. Who wouldn't want to meet all these beautiful women?
Well, Captain, that's probably why they won't let you into these conventions.
Why, Jack?
Well, you know, you're a pig.
Yes, Captain. I'm fairly sure those women and other various celebrities would not be there if they knew you were coming. In fact, they probably would make a point not to meet you.
Well, thanks for cheering me up, guys.
But until those pictures get here from the credit card company, we have to move on with the show, Captain. Speaking of Aunt Bee's boarding home...
Can't we ever hear a nice story about flowers?
Flowers?
See? Jack, this is why I have limited friends.
Ah, you do?
You have friends?
I only have one real friend in life, Jack.
Ah, you do?
Captain Elias Scuttleton.
Captain, that's very nice of you. I can't thank you enough for... Ah, what the? Who?
Captain Scuttleton.
Captain, I'm fairly certain you haven't seen him in, like, 4 years.
That's what makes him a perfect friend, Jack. He's never around. He never wants to borrow anything or bother me for any reason. In fact, he might even be dead. I need to check Facebook once in a while.
Speaking of which, Captain, did you ever get my friend request?
Oh, I have to check, Mr. Bones. I've been so busy. I need to. I mean, my email really really bogs me down, and I get a lot of requests out there from the mateys. So.
Yeah. So you'll check.
What, today? I'm not really sure I ever got your request.
Of course you did. It says it was delivered at 9:36 p.m. this evening.
Really? That doesn't sound like me.
This might take a minute. Why don't we hear from Aunt B while the captain digs further? Now you have me saying it. Aunt B.
Your phone call can't be on the fritz, Captain. You either got it or you didn't.
Don't tell me!
I don't even know what that means, Captain. If you don't want to be Facebook friends, don't come trolling my Instagram.
I don't troll your... Let's get back to the movie, please, or a break.
Right. This is Jack Palance in Man in the Attic.
Right. Jack the Ripper.
You actually don't know that, Captain.
I've seen enough.
How do you know?
Those beady eyes. And that raspy voice. The work of a serial killer.
Captain, you talk like that for every half hour of every morning when you get up.
Jack, you are my number one. And I.
Right, let's get to a trivia question or something.
Is that you, Sugar Bumps? Jack, you just need to find that one thing. Like Jack Palance, that one thing in life that makes life worth living. For me, it's finding that identity-stealing ripper of me own. But let's watch this.
Welcome back, me hearties. We're live from the poop deck. This is the extended edition of Walk the Plank, always seen on everyone's favorite show, Dead and Buried Treasures. And as the name suggests, this show gives you a better view of Dead and Buried Treasures. With me, as always, the series creator, Captain Calico Drake himself, Eric Sprouse.
A pleasure as always, my friend Avast, and I'm glad to be aboard.
Well, I'm glad you're still
I'm really
here.
happy about being in the bowels of the ship again.
Yeah, it's a crappy job, but someone has to do it.
Now I know why they call it the poop deck. Was this your idea?
Maybe. So, that's the whole point of this, though, to have fun. But also, this is like the condensed version of Walk the Plank. This is some of the things that we couldn't talk about because in a 30-minute show, we're answering fan mail questions. You have a trailer. There's only so much you can fit in 30 minutes. So that's why this will be nice in between the commercial breaks for Dead and Buried Treasures, that we could do this live and maybe share some more information with everybody. Like, for example, tonight's sponsor being the Renaissance Festival.
Right, the Renaissance Festival is our sponsor tonight, and lots of news happening, and that's why I love these live cut-ins, Rich, because we can talk about news and notes, and specifically horror news pertaining to Dead and Buried Treasures.
That's right. And where could people see Dead and Buried Treasures other than Facebook and YouTube?
Right, that's our big news tonight. We're expanding once again. We're expanding into Moon Township on MCA TV, which is channel 14 on channel 14 on Comcast, channel 35 on Verizon Fios, and that could be done as early as right now. Maybe we might be on there as we speak. So we'll be expanding into Moon, and we're also expanding into Fayette County again and Washington County. It seems like we're always on and off and on and off, but this time we're on there to stay. We had to disappear from Fayette County and Washington County because of California University of Pennsylvania closing their doors during COVID when it was at its peak. But now that they're reopening and they have a staff to run the TV station again, they're returning us to Friday nights at 7 o'clock with Walk the Plank, 7:30 with Dead and Buried Treasures, and of course 10:30 with our after show. On the MCA TV version on Moon Township, they'll be returning us to Friday and Saturday nights as well. We don't have a time just yet, but more on that later. Check our Facebook page for updates on that. But yeah, it's so nice to be back.
Arr, it's that time, me hearties. It's time to welcome aboard new crew members to the Dead and Buried Treasures fan club. And by doing so, here is your bounty for this month, if ye can decode this show's secret message. So get ready to pause those DVRs, mateys, and honor the code. Good luck, mateys, and to those of you out there who are not yet members of me crew just yet, what the devil are you waiting for? Contact Phoenix Comics and Toys online and be a part of all the fun. You too can walk away with horrific prizes and booty. And who doesn't like booty?
Captain!
Oh, yeah. Taking part in all the fun and games. Yes. I certainly don't want another meeting with the network about being PC, so yes, best of luck to you, me hearties, and remember to honor the code.
You too can take part in all the fun and win prizes from Dead and Buried Treasures. Just become members of the fan club. By becoming a member of Captain Drake's crew, you receive an autographed 8x10 picture of the Captain and Jack, welcome letter, a crew doubloon keychain, quarterly newsletter published 4 times a year, discounts at conventions, on Redbubble merchandise, and of course the decoder statue of Captain Drake that helps you decode the secret messages that the Captain sends out each show, where you can win prizes exclusive to those who are the first to solve the secret pirate codes. So contact Phoenix Comics and Toys and begin the fun today.
And remember to honor the code. Listen up, mateys. Now you can get in on all the Dead and Buried Treasures fun. We're grateful to see the show carried on its many affiliates, but there's been a lot of requests from viewers to see the pre-show and the after-show, and not every channel can carry those shows due to time constraints. But now you can, simply by going to our Facebook page. By tuning in to see our pre-show Walk the Plank, 30 minutes before Dead and Buried Treasures begins, and our after show, The Pirate's Booty, immediately following the end of the program. So, if Dead and Buried Treasures begins Mondays at 11:30 p.m., simply go to our Facebook page 30 minutes before at 11 o'clock to see Walk the Plank, our pre-show. Then, when Dead and Buried Treasures ends, go to our Facebook page once again to see our after show, both where we take your calls, Facebook comments, emails, and queries about the show itself. And you can even speak with me, Captain Calico Drake. That's right, me hearties. Some of these channels just don't have the opportunity to carry the pre-show and the after show, but now you can see what you've been missing. That's Walk the Plank, our pre-show, seen 30 minutes before Dead and Buried Treasures begins on our Facebook page, and our after show, The Pirate's Booty, seen immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures, where it's Halloween all year long.
Phoenix Comics and Toys has done it again.
My decoder's here!
Yar, me hearties! The Dead and Buried Treasure Fan Club is now accepting new crew.
Wow, Jonathan Benson at H7.
Each fan club kit contains one decoder statue with a secret compartment containing your doubloon, one autographed photo of the Captain and Jack, and one welcoming letter. Yar!
My gold doubloon!
Decode each episode's code for a chance to win prizes. Yar! Set sails to Etsy and Facebook to order yours today. Yar!
Buster, your brother needs to use the bathroom.
It's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the Swashbuckler's haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, the Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
Welcome back, me hearties. Yes, Mr. Bones, what have you found out?
Well, speaking of being prominent, Captain, your card is certainly being prominent.
My card?
Your Capital One card? What's in your wallet? I've always wanted to say that, but I have more pictures of you meeting more and more celebrities, but it's unclear if you're meeting them or if they are meeting you.
Well, what would they want to meet the captain about? That's just plain ridiculous. He's not even important.
Yeah, I mean, without the curse and his time-traveling ship, I mean, what else does he have? Yeah.
Do we have the pictures yet?
Yes, sir.
Give me that. Oh, this is obscene. And it really has to stop. Here he is with William Shatner.
Oh, and that one was only taken a few minutes ago.
What? Only a few minutes ago. Then I have him.
What does that mean, Captain?
I'll just talk with Professor Gertie in the lab here on the ship. She's been working on a teleporter since the activation of the curse. You know, in case we needed to make a quick exit or whatever. What else we would need? I just need to see if the teleporter can retrieve as well as transport. And I have him. Hello, Professor Gertie, are you there?
I'm here, Captain.
She's always working on something new or experimental.
Why is the lab filled with smoke, Captain?
Good question. Gertie, is my boat on fire again?
No, Captain, just working on the experimental compounds. Just turning seawater into freshwater, you know, just in case.
Right. Why drown in seawater when you can gulp down fresh? Gertie, did you ever get the teleporter working? You know, the one you keep making all the claims about?
I did, Captain.
Can it retrieve as well as send? I mean, people? Excellent. Prep it for use.
Are you gonna steal something big, Captain? I just thought that, well...
Ah, me hearties, let's get you back to the movie, and when we come back, I have me own ideas.
I'm smelling what you're cooking, Captain.
Right. We'll just use the teleporter and get to the bottom of things.
Right, yes, couldn't be simpler.
Then it's agreed. When we come back, we'll kidnap William Shatner.
Right. Yeah. Let's. Wait, what?
Kidnap Captain Kirk? You mean from Star Trek?
That's a good idea too. I guess.
Shatner!
Let's get you back to tonight's movie, The Man in the Attic.
Seriously, what was that all about? My ears are still ringing.
You'd be a darling if you could have that dress mended by tonight.
I'll try, Miss Lily. You were so good in the show, you know. I don't think it half matters what you wear on the stage.
It does, Daisy. And so does what I don't wear. I shall be at the hairdresser's most of the time.
Yes, Miss Lily.
Good afternoon. You're going out early.
Yes. I've just completed an experiment. I must test it.
And when you've tested it and proved it, what will you know, Mr. Slade?
A little more about life and death.
I wonder what else you need to know about life except that it's wonderfully worth living. And of death? What is there to find out except that it's the end of life?
That is a philosophy for a young and beautiful woman who is the toast of London.
Thank you. Which way are you going?
Your way, Miss Bonner? Isn't that what your enraptured young men would say?
I think they might. What do you say, Mr. Slade?
I am going to work.
Oh, where's that?
Everyone is so curious about me. Very well. I am going to the university hospital where there are laboratory facilities that I use. I may not come home until late, and then your charming aunt will become suspicious. Soon, because I am not like everyone else, she will ask me to leave. I've had it all before.
Poor Mr. Slade. Walk with me to the cab across the square. She won't ask you to leave, Mr. Slade. If she did, we'd all object.
Would you?
Of course. I'm afraid you've been alone too much. That makes one quite broody, you know.
I am broody.
A little. And when you're like that, you miss things. There's so much delight in the world. The whole sky with the sure sun on it. The sound of laughter and of music. The sweet enjoyment of a man's kiss. Do I shock you, Mr. Slade?
You are an astonishing woman, Miss Bonner.
Oh, dear. I don't know what to do. Where is William? Why doesn't he come home?
But what is it, Mrs. Harley? What is it?
Never mind, Daisy. I can't tell you now. I must see Mr. Harley first. Oh, Lily is walking with him. Lily's walking with that man.
What man? Why, it's only Mr. Slade she's with.
Daisy, Mr. Slade is the Ripper. William, thank heavens you're home. You must stop them.
What are you getting at?
Don't let her go off with that man.
Helen, you've been nipping at the sherry again.
Oh, please. William, Mr. Slade is the Ripper.
Mr. Slade is the Ripper.
Look at that.
What is it?
The other morning when I took him his breakfast, I smelled something burning. He said it was his experiment. It was his black bag. He burned his bag, William, right after he found out the police were looking for a man with a bag.
I see.
Well, is that all you can say?
Very sensible of him.
What?
Nobody can afford to own a bag like that now. Come here. A man was mobbed this morning on Trafalgar Square. They nearly tore him to pieces. Why? Because he was carrying a little black bag. This is my black bag. I didn't burn it because I didn't think of it. I just hid it in here. Anyone who owns such a bag is under suspicion. The whole city has become hysterical. People are flocking to the police to inform their neighbors. Do we have to have this nonsense in our own home? If Slade wanted to be rid of his bag, he wouldn't leave that around for you to find. The man isn't a fool.
Oh.
You're just a little overwrought. That's all, old girl. How about a spot of sherry? I think you better have one too, Daisy.
Oh, I don't mind if I do, sir.
I rather wish we could talk again sometime. You've done something good for me.
And perhaps you will have tea with me. Tomorrow?
I'd be delighted. Thank you, Miss Bonner.
Hello, Chief.
We're in trouble. A meeting is being called. The High Commissioner resigned this morning, and Her Majesty accepted.
Resigned?
Too much pressure on the Ripper case.
We could find a fingerprint.
Fingerprints? That won't help. I know that theory. No two prints are alike. It's nonsense. Oh, we'll have to do better than that, Paul, or we'll have no jobs. Perhaps you could put aside your social life and help us do something about the Ripper, eh?
Yes, sir.
Must you stop?
If I must choose between music and you, I will choose you.
More tea.
Yes, thank you. Do you enjoy Robert Browning's poetry?
Sometimes. Depends on my mood. I read this author or that one as I feel like it. I like to pretend that it was all written for me.
Perhaps it was. Every so often, a woman lives for whom men do all things.
I'm only a woman like any other.
Not like any other. You don't know, Miss Bonner, about the others.
Are you saying that you like me?
Miss Bonner, it has done me great good to know you.
It has? How?
Oh, I'm afraid it's a long and very personal story, and I should dislike troubling you with it.
I already know. You are a man very much alone. And you need to find those who will love you. And when you do, you won't be lonely anymore.
Those who will love me.
Is it really true that you dislike actresses? Seem to have touched on an old wound. I'm sorry.
No. Yes. I will tell you. My mother was an actress. She was one of the most angelically beautiful women who ever lived. Exquisitely graceful, talented, and captivating. I loved her deeply. She had the face of heaven. The wretched heart of Jezebel. For every aspect of beauty she possessed, she contained a double portion of evil. I hated her.
But I thought you said you loved her.
One can love the beauty and hate the evil. Didn't you know that, Miss Bonner? Come. I will show you. I didn't mean to do this, but now I've begun, I will finish. I will show you this face, and you will see for yourself that there was no way for my poor father to know that she was cunning and faithless and rotten. It's not difficult to understand that my father fell in love with her. Perhaps she never met a man she didn't entice. She knew no love, only lust. She betrayed my father 100 times, and when she finally left him for a young, rich Frenchman, my father killed himself. Not with a gun, with absinthe. With 1,000 green glasses of absinthe. All of my growing up was spent with a drunken man who searched the face of every bossing girl in Paris. He spent 10 years dying of a broken heart.
And your mother? Did you never see her again?
Yes. Yes, I saw her. She had become a woman of the streets. And it was in the streets that she died.
And they must be in Mr. Slade's room. Lily. Excuse me, Mr. Slade. Inspector Warwick is here to see Lily.
I forgot.
I, on the other hand, did not forget, and here I am. Mr. Slade?
We're going to the Black Museum at Scotland Yard. Would you like to come along? Is it all right if Mr. Slade comes with us?
I don't believe Mr. Slade would really enjoy himself.
Do come.
Yes. Yes, I believe I'd like to come.
I'll be just a moment.
And these are the death masks of various murderers. That one was publicly hanged outside Newgate Prison 6 months ago. You can see the rope marks on the neck.
You treat them like trophies. Like a stuffed elk head mounted over the fireplace.
Yes, a little. But these were more dangerous than an elk. Man, unfortunately, is the most dangerous of all beasts.
Man is not beast.
Murderers are beasts. There are the ropes that were actually used to hang these men. To me, it's the noose that's the wickedest looking. It hangs so calmly, making a graceful loop neatly tied. A simple design by which a man's breath is caught and forfeited for his crime. I'm afraid I'm making Mr. Slade a little queasy. If you'd prefer to wait for us outside.
It's not the rope. It's your policeman's philosophy, Inspector Warwick.
Perhaps I'm too used to murder. I must seem callous. Miss Bonner, I have a question to ask you.
Just one? I have dozens to ask you.
You too?
Yes. For instance, what was that used for?
Oh, that was used in the Tufnell Park murder. And would you come Friday for tea at my home? I'd like some friends to meet you.
I see. What was that used for, Inspector Warwick?
That is a poker with which some poor chap beat his sweetheart to death.
Why did he do it?
We never found out exactly. But my belief at this moment is that she failed to answer some perfectly simple question, like, will you come to tea?
Very well, Inspector. I'll come.
That table is expressly reserved for one murderer.
The Ripper?
Those are pictures of the 5 victims.
Ah, there you are, Paul. I wanted to pay my compliments to our distinguished and beautiful visitor.
May I present Chief Inspector Melville, Miss Bonner.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Bonner?
And Mr. Slade.
Mr. Slade? I've been to the palace, Miss Bonner, where I heard Prince Edward say the most complimentary things about you.
I thank you.
Also, I was told that Her Majesty has decided that the Ripper can't possibly be an Englishman. Now, I suppose we shall have to investigate all foreigners.
Not long ago, we were to investigate all bachelors because it couldn't possibly be a married man.
Has Paul told you that he's our expert on Jack the Ripper? He even claims to be able to predict the time of each murder.
There is a strange periodicity to the Ripper's crimes. It's as if the need to kill surges inside of him up to a peak, is satisfied, and then is quiet until the compulsion slowly builds up again to another climax.
When do you expect another?
2 days ago. He's broken the pattern now. Usually it's every 5 or 6 days. It could come any time. Perhaps he's sated.
Sated?
If you're ready to go, Miss Bonner, I would be delighted to take you home.
Oh, not yet.
Then I hope you will forgive me if I go on. I have seen all I care to see of Inspector Warwick's little museum. Inspector Melville. Inspector Warwick. Your police methods will never track the one you call Jack the Ripper. You may be right about the periodicity, but I doubt if the beast you described can be sated. He must do his work again. Good afternoon.
Them fellas on horses have a real cushy job of it, all right, huh? Aye. 5,000 of us. We ought to lay our hands on that fella pretty soon.
Aye, soon. And I hope it's me what does it. To make up for, you know.
Oh, wish, man. Wish sure it wasn't your fault that poor Katie got murdered. How could you know that she didn't live where she said she did?
Aye, that's all very well.
Oh, for the love of Mike, will you cheer up? You're depressing the life out of me. That's an Irish voice, I tell you. It staked me soul on it. I suppose you wouldn't consider it'll drop us something to help guard ourselves against the cool of the night?
Come along, man.
Thank you.
Come again, Mary.
Oh, good evening, sirs.
Evening. Evening. It's like a breath of home to hear you, miss.
Oh, you're an Irishman.
Well, there's no denying that.
Well, no. Would you be averse to walking a girl to her home?
Oh, I'd like nothing better, miss.
Oh, you're very kind. I've only just come to London to seek my fortune on the stage. And mayhap I'll get there if I don't have to be walking home alone at night.
Well, you'll not be walking home alone on my beat, Miss...
Lenehan. Mary Lenehan.
It is the breath of home to hear you, Miss Lenehan. Would it be asking too much to hear you sing again? I heard very little of that song in the pub back.
Well, sure I will. There's a dear little plant that grows in our isle. 'Twas St. Patrick himself, sure, that said it. Then the sun on his labor with pleasure did smile, and with dew from his eye often wetted. It shines through the bog, through the brake, through the mireland, and he called it the dear little shamrock of Ireland. The dear little shamrock, the sweet little shamrock, the dear little, sweet little shamrock of Ireland. Me thanks to you, gentlemen. Good night, sir.
Good night. It was our pleasure, Miss Lenehan. And good luck to you.
Thanks.
Aye, she has a sweet voice, but we have our duty. Come on, lad.
just left her only a few moments.
Did anyone come out of here?
We saw no one, sir.
Then he might still be in the building.
Put a cordon around this block. Search all these buildings.
Can't get out of this if he's human.
I'm afraid he isn't human, sir. Not undo what he did to that girl.
Doing?
I'm burning my ulster. Don't come too close.
Those. What are those stains? They look like blood.
I was carrying a solution in a glass container. Part of my experiment, I fell and it broke. My ulster became contaminated. I must be quick, drastic. The contamination could easily spread.
Contamination? You mean it may carry a disease?
Yes.
What happened to the dog?
I'm afraid I hurt him. He jumped up to greet me. I didn't want him to touch the ulster. Dogs can carry human disease. There, it's done.
You were right about the Ripper. You were probably busy and didn't hear.
Hear what?
There was another Ripper murdered tonight. You said he would do it. How did you know?
I didn't know. Your Inspector Warwick made me angry. I don't know why I said it.
What is it?
Everyone distrusts me. I feel it, even you. I work very hard. I do what I must do. I am myself.
I don't distrust you.
Forgive me. I'm very tired.
Is there anything I can do for you?
We must each live with ourselves.
Yes.
What's happened? What's that smell? Anything wrong?
No, Uncle.
I'm sorry. I had to use the stove.
They certainly are, Jack, and I think they're heating up here too.
Why do you say that, Captain?
Because I've been doing some research, and apparently this loon who stole me identity has actually been impersonating me too. Look!
Why, Captain, now he is the spitting image of you.
Yes. Apparently he won some type of murder mystery costume contest in Philadelphia.
But you were more hairy, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Jack, but wait. Hold it there. There it is again. That Steel City Con sign.
Captain, you are literally holding a mug in your hand that says that.
Gadzooks, I am.
Do you remember getting it?
No. I mean, I remember us sponsoring the show and all. How can we forget the sponsors? I mean, I remember going before.
Well, maybe this is you. Do you sleepwalk?
It's not me, you birdcage liner. I never won a costume contest or a murder mystery dinner theater. But it only proves me theory. So, do you know what I'm prepared to do?
Not kidnap William Shatner?
Right. No. Can of tuna. I'm going to kidnap William Shatner and hold him for ransom. I'm sure Spock will pay dearly for him.
Captain, he's dead.
Well, McCoy then.
Nope, Captain, he's dead too.
What about Scotty? Is Scotty still around?
No, he's dead too, Jim.
I'm beginning to understand why they aren't making any more Star Trek films.
Oh, Captain, your Discover card bill is here, and you are still meeting celebrities and swiping that card like you're Beyonce.
Well, not anymore. Dirty Garty, are you ready with the teleporter?
Captain, are you always able to lock in and watch me with this thing?
Yes.
Always?
Yes. Why?
Well, that's certainly convenient, you dirty boy.
What? No, not like that. Look, are you ready to transport William Shatner here or not?
We can transport anyone you like.
Well, some loon is draining me bank accounts at celebrity conventions and trips to Timbuktu. And we have him pinpointed to one with William Shatner in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Steel City Con.
Teleporter is set, Captain. Ready to retrieve.
Excellent. Transport him here right now on the bridge. If I can't have me money back, I'll have Shatner here to account for things, Jack. Call it recompense.
Captain, I don't think that's a good idea.
Professor Gardy, activate the teleporter and transfer control to me console.
Oh, very well, but you're taking up a lot of my drinking time. It is the weekend.
People say you should write a book. Don't do it, Jack.
Why, Captain?
I often think about remarrying me ex-wife, but I'm pretty sure one of them would figure out I'm just after me money.
Teleporter activated.
Excellent! I sure do. I know William Shatner personally, baby. I just, Hey.
Well, hello, sailor.
The hell?
Welcome aboard the swashbuckler's haunt, you monster!
I'm sorry, what?
I said, welcome aboard. The teleporter must have made him deaf, Jack. Does he have ears?
I think so.
Wait. You're not Captain Kirk. You're not even Mr. Chekhov.
And you're not the smoking hot bartender I was talking to just a minute ago.
Did you retrieve him?
Oh. But she'll do.
Yes. But it's not William Shatner.
Wait a second. Is this part of the convention? Are you guys part of a cosplay?
Who?
You know, where you dress up as pirates and stuff and talk about me at the convention. Hey, I didn't agree to pay for any of this. I hope... What's this all about?
Captain, I think this is the guy who is draining your bank accounts.
What?
He's cute.
So this isn't a cosplay. Is this a real ship?
No, you daft. Who are you?
I think the real question here, Ahab, is, who are you?
I am Calico Drake, captain of the Swashbuckler's Haunt. Hey, stop that. Stop that now. Well, that's annoying. Stop it. Stop it, damn it.
Captain, I don't think he's here on a form of parley.
No, I don't think so. I think he's a sorcerer. Who the hell are you?
I'm Eric Sprouse. I create this show, I think.
What?
I create this show, Dead and Buried Treasures. I write it, edit it, produce it. I'm even you, the host. I know everything you're gonna say.
No, you don't. Yes, I do. Stop that! Onomatopoeia!
Rubber
Baby
baby
buggy bumpers! Well, this is getting us nowhere fast.
I still think he's cute.
Captain, we have a movie to get back to and a commercial.
I know, but he won't stop. Stop that! Stop it!
Oh boy. Let's get to a commercial.
Yes, before his head explodes.
What he said. We'll be right back.
Hello, fellow pirates. It is I, Hank, from the Swashbuckler's Haunt, with this month's movie trivia question, sponsored by Midas, where you can win a free oil change if you provide me with the first correct answer to tonight's question via email. Speaking of which, here it is now.
A stiff and start, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Send up the crew and the murder mark, yo ho ho.
Aye, it'd be a stormy sky ahead, but if you know the answer, make sure to drop us an email at Dead and Buried Treasures. If you're the first matey with the correct answer, you will win a free oil change for your horseless carriage. Courtesy of Midas in Washington, where you can trust the Midas touch. Aye, and keep watching Dead and Buried Treasures all night long. One winner per show, me hearties. Stay the course, me fiends, and abide by the code.
Welcome back. We're live from the poop deck. This is the extended edition of Walk the Plank. And joining me, still here, the series creator little tipsy Eric Sprouse.
Well, you know, when you're down here in the bowels of the ship and you get the wonderful view from topside, there's not much else to do than drink and, well, poop.
That's why you're down there and I'm up here.
That's so to speak, absolutely. How are you, Rich?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying this, doing this live broadcast while watching Dead and Buried Treasures. And tonight's sponsor is the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival, which is being held right now, September 4th through October 10th.
Right, and I'm still trying to figure out if he's really Jack the Ripper or not.
Well, we're not going to give any spoilers, so they're just going to have to keep watching and find out.
Right, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So, what do you have coming up for Halloween? That's got to be the big question tonight.
That's right. We have our Walk the Plank cut in. We have horror news regarding this show, Dead and Buried Treasures. Next month, our big Halloween, month of Halloween for October, we have prizes and contests galore, mostly on Facebook. You'll have to watch one of our watch parties. And the watch parties are held on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Wednesdays is typically at 9 o'clock. Saturdays, it's typically at midnight. And Fridays is typically at midnight as well, where we will cut in with a code word, and if you get the code word in the chat room and send us an email about it, you're the first to respond. You and a friend will win passes to one of the haunted attractions in the area, and they include Allen's Haunted Hayrides. That includes the Haunted Hills Estate in Uniontown. That includes 100 Acres Manor, and I believe they're up and functioning again in Pittsburgh. And even Castle Blood in Menneson. So that'll be our contest next month for the month of Halloween. Of course, then we have, in addition to that, we have the Halloween special. We host Night of the Living Dead. And we'll also be hosting something completely not even related to Halloween, Return to Gilligan's Island. Your favorite, Rich.
It is.
Well, it's a tsunami, and it's coming, and it's going to wipe out all the castaways, and it's the episode where they get rescued. I don't think anybody even knew they did one, so that'll be a lot of fun to do as well.
It will be. So, let's get you back to Dead and Buried Treasures and tonight's movie.
It's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the Swashbuckler's Haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, the Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
You just can't get enough of Dead and Buried Treasures. You say you want to jam an earring into your lobe because you want to be a pirate so much? And you love ghost stories and other haunted tales to boot and just can't wait for the weekend. Well, before you cause a lawsuit or need a doctor, check out this bonus during the week. Wicked Wednesday Watch Parties. That's right, fiends. Join us on Facebook every Wednesday night at 9, a much earlier time slot for all the little mateys out there, for rebroadcasts of Dead and Buried Treasures classics, often discussing the show in the chat room with Calico Drake himself, along with other stars of the show. Plus, if you turn into our Facebook page at 8:30, you'll see a classic episode of Walk the Plank to gear you up for the night ahead. That's Wicked Wednesday Watch Parties, premiering at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, each Wednesday night, if you dare. 8:30 p.m. with Walk the Plank. But remember, only the truly courageous will make it to the end.
Get your Dead and Buried Treasures merchandise at redbubble.com with the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. T-shirts, travel mugs, hoodies, blankets, phone cases, and much, much more. You too can even take a shower with Captain Calico Drake with a shower curtain.
This is ridiculous. How is this even possible?
That's redbubble.com and use the search words Dead and Buried Treasures. So what are you waiting for? You too can be as cool as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures. Redbubble.com.
That I thought I would dabble in the art world myself.
That's redbubble.com and search for Dead and Buried Treasures.
They'll no doubt want to pay top dollar for me service.
Phoenix Comics and Toys has done it again.
Hi, Decoder's here!
Yar, me hearties! The Dead and Buried Treasure Fan Club is now accepting new crew.
Wow, Jonathan Benson at H7.
Each fan club kit contains one decoder statue with a secret compartment containing your doubloon, one autographed photo of the captain and Jack, and one welcoming letter. Yar!
My gold doubloon!
Decode each episode's code for a chance to win prizes. Yar! Set sails to Etsy and Facebook to order yours today. Yar!
Buster, your brother needs to use the bathroom.
I'll be right out, Dad!
Lovers.
Don't miss Walk the Plank, the official pre-show of Dead and Buried Treasures, seen 30 minutes before the show begins. That's Walk the Plank with your host, Rich Kanji, your backstage pass and a true treasure to all things dead and buried.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Captain, I don't mean to interrupt.
Just a second, Jack. So let me see if I get this straight. You create this show. Yes. Like you write everything I'm going to say. Yes. For television. Yes. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. I'm Iron Man. I'll have what she's having. You had me at hello. Laugh was like a box of chocolates. Sorcerer.
Captain?
I told you, genius. I wrote everything you say. Needless to say, it won a 2020 Community Media Award for the best TV show produced in Pittsburgh. Yes.
Captain, I don't mean to interrupt.
What?
I think you're forgetting the point of why he's here.
Oh. Yes. Quit racking up so much on me credit cards! But they're my credit cards. But it's my booty!
Yes?
Not now, Dirty Gertie.
Okay.
Look, if it's any consolation, Captain, these celebrities I meet at these conventions and places I go, it's like you're meeting them too. It is? Sure. I mean, I write your show,
And since I am you, technically, it's like you met them anyway? Huh.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just like I met Daphne de Zuniga from Spaceballs and gave her a little kiss.
What? No.
Maybe I even felt up Shannon Elizabeth too.
No.
Made out with Laura Vandervoort, you know, from Supergirl.
No.
From Smallville. Ooh, and Mina Suvari from The American Beauty. And I mean with lots of tongue. And Nev Campbell from Scream. Well, I can't even begin to tell you what Okay, wait. Stop right there.
Look, Captain. You're getting pretty inappropriate.
Hello, pirate. It's what we do.
Hello, head writer. If you don't apologize to these women on television, I'm going to put you in a panda suit with a jester's hat.
You can't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing there?
Panda suit and jester's hat.
Shiver me timbers.
You never looked better, Captain.
How about I start over and recreate the host of this show? Instead of a pirate, what if I made you a police detective?
Nice.
Undercover. With a badge. And bullets. Lots of bullets. Ooh, and a gun.
Oh boy.
No, 2 guns.
And sunglasses?
Why not?
Badass.
And a floppy hat.
Wait, what?
At the beach. No, a Santa hat.
Ugh, come on!
Nah, not your style. And a cape. Red.
I look like one of the village people had sex with Superman. And their baby did it with Santa.
At a movie premiere. Holding a stuffed Easter bunny. No. An Easter basket.
Empty. Might have known. How typical.
Perhaps a vacation shirt.
Batman!
Maybe a Steelers fan.
Eh? What's happening?
Ooh, you could be a model builder.
Cheap plug.
How about the USS Enterprise? And Candy, no. Holding a giant Tootsie Roll. And Raisinets. And a peanut butter cup.
Nice.
Nah. Scratch all that. Let's make you a doctor.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
With a beard. You don't look good with a beard. Maybe Thor's hammer.
Boy, you really can't pick this thing up, can you?
How about a nice Arby's uniform?
A who?
With a spiked hat.
I hate me life. Now look, you.
Maybe I'll just make Davy Bones the host.
No, I'm the host.
In your underwear.
What?
Maybe you can drive the boat now.
If I'm holding the wheel right now, what's steering me ship?
Nah, but let's change that shirt. Can't forget the social distancing.
Not another mask.
But maybe this one is from Spaceballs. Yeah.
Now look, I've just about had it with all of this.
Ooh, maybe you're a Trekkie.
Ha-ha! A phaser! Ha-ha!
But a red shirt. No phaser. Ooh, how about a hand grenade?
Excellent.
With a pulled pin.
A pulled what? Egads, I've been Daffy Ducked.
Maybe I'll just start over and make you a woman.
All right.
See, I control everything here. I create it by writing.
So you do. You know, you're pretty annoying. I think I'll just send you back to William Shatner.
That's fine.
Fine.
Good.
Good. Is Shatner half as annoying as you are?
No, actually, he still entertains and tells great stories, even for his age. In fact, he told me one about how he and Terry Bradshaw and Henry Winkler and George Foreman, you know that show they do that they did Better Late Than Never? They all got together and they were in China and they didn't have any money and they went to this bathhouse and they went to the head.
Yuck. Enough of that twerp.
Better late than never.
Yeah, Yes, but Captain, you never cleared up the mess about your identity theft.
Of course I did.
What's that?
I stole his wallet.
Oh, I like where this is going.
He won't be stealing me identity anymore.
Oh, well, look at you, you sly dog. That worked.
And speaking of identity stealing, or lack thereof, let's get you back to the conclusion of the man in the attic. I think it's about time to put an end to this Jack the Ripper theory once and for all. Is it identity theft or not? Uh-oh. 1 second. Professor Gardy.
What the? What do you want, Calico?
Ha! Gah! I can't unsee it!
Can I ever get any privacy?
What? Why are you covered in animal fat? Or is that lard?
I'm not.
Whipped cream?
It's 2 a.m. What do you think I'm doing?
Well,
Oh, God. Forget I asked. What do you want?
Yes. What are the chances of the teleporter being off by, I don't know, say, a couple of miles?
Where did you deposit him, Captain?
Either a half-price books in the South Hills, the Hard Rock Cafe on the south side, or quite possibly the Ohio River, where he may or may not have landed on the Gateway Clipper.
Every week, I say to myself, I'm going back to cosmetology school.
Oh boy. Here's the end of Man in the Attic.
Which actually might be another location that I sent that loon ball.
London?
No, the attic.
We don't have one.
Oh, yeah. Then London.
Oh boy. Enjoy the conclusion, folks.
All this writing about investigations and not a single clue yet.
William, we must go to the police.
What for?
I don't believe Mr. Slade burned his ulster because it was contaminated. He wanted to get rid of those blood spots.
Well, Lily said she believed him.
I'm sorry.
What's the matter?
Well, here's his breakfast tray. But I don't want to take it. I don't know what to think of him.
I'll take the tray and settle this business once and for all.
William, don't do anything silly.
I never do anything silly. Great heavens, man. Don't you ever sleep?
This experiment is very difficult.
Any more danger of that contamination?
I think not. You are suspicious, too. Well, I am a pathologist, Mr. Hawley, and I am working on blood diseases. You can check on my work at the University Hospital.
Of course.
Did you come to ask me to move away? It has happened before.
Move away? No, sir, certainly not. Well, you're perfectly welcome here, and I'll see to it that you stay welcome. Now then, you'd better eat some breakfast, what?
Thank you.
Eat hearty.
Come in. Oh, do come in, Mr. Slade.
I came to thank you for your reminder. The theater.
Oh, yes.
I will come tonight.
Splendid. I'm so happy. I think it will do you a lot of good to forget work for a while and really enjoy yourself. I believe there's some tea. I suppose you take off your ulster and stay a minute.
I'm not disturbing you.
No, of course not. I was merely writing a few thank you notes for flowers.
Most particularly to Inspector Warwick.
I shall be able to thank him in person. He's coming tonight, too. You don't like Inspector Warwick, do you? He thinks you are a most interesting man. He asked me all sorts of questions about you.
Wait here, Bates.
Yes, may I help you?
I wish to inquire if you have a Dr. Slade in your hospital.
Dr. Slade? No, we do not.
Thank you.
We have a Mr. Slade who works in research. He's a pathologist. Do you wish to see him?
No, not immediately, thank you.
Just as well, he isn't here.
Have you seen him recently?
As recently as last night.
Is he here very much?
Almost every day and night. He works late quite often. He's a most respected member of our staff.
Good evening, Daisy.
Oh, good evening, Inspector Warwick.
Am I too early?
Oh, I think Miss Lily will be down in a minute. Will you sit in there, sir?
What's the trouble, Daisy?
Oh, I don't know. I'm as jumpy as a cat.
What's the matter?
Well, it's the back and forth and back and forth.
Back and forth?
Well, first Mrs. Harley says he's the Ripper himself, and then Mr. Harley proves it's all nonsense.
What do you mean?
Well, first he burns his black bag, and then Mr. Harley pooh-poos that and shows us his own hidden in the chest. And then he burns his ulster, which had all the blood on it.
Daisy, wait a moment. What are you talking about?
Well, Mr. Slade. Oh, it's all mixed up, and I'm not supposed to say. Mr. Harley says it's just woman's hysteria.
Wait a minute.
Good evening, Inspector Warwick.
Good evening, sir.
You've come for Lily?
Yes.
Perhaps a nip of sherry will help us pass the time.
Mr. Harley, what is this about Slade?
Helen's been at you, has she?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, Daisy mentioned it.
Look here, old man. Everything about Slade can be logically explained, except one thing. The dog's suddenly gone sour on him. Still, that doesn't prove anything, does it?
You'd better tell me about it, Mr. Harley.
I tell you this, Lily, no matter what you say, I don't believe you ought to spend too much time alone with him.
Aunt Helen. Dear, sweet Aunt Helen. What if I would tell you that it was Mr. Slade who was in danger? Not I.
Why, Lily!
I think this thing can be settled tonight. This is a copy of a thumbprint the Ripper left in the room of Mary Lenahan, the last victim.
Thumbprint?
There's a theory that there are no two fingerprints in the world that are exactly alike. I happen to subscribe to it. Could you get me something that Slade has held in his right hand? A glass or something?
Well, frankly, I don't know.
Mr. Harley, wouldn't you feel more secure if we cleared it up?
Yes, I suppose so. Fact is, the fellow's gone out. We might try looking about his room.
That'll be fine.
I rather hate to, prying into a man's belongings.
Mr. Harley.
Yes. Captain tells me Mr. Slade frequently reads the Bible. Murderers don't read Bibles, do they?
There might be some prints here. I'd like to take something smaller, something you wouldn't immediately miss. Oh, this will do. Now, something more.
Locked it. I say, should you do that, old man?
A policeman never knows what he should do until it's proved to be the right thing. Oh, this probably has both prints. Handkerchief?
I say,
I'll bring it back. And your handkerchief.
Don't fuss, Aunt Helen. Gentlemen don't mind waiting for ladies. They're quite used to it.
What do we do?
Do you have everything, dear?
Yes, Aunt Helen. Stop worrying.
Well, I can't help it. There's something in the air tonight.
She's feeling things again.
I thought Mr. Slade had gone out. There's a light in here. What is this?
I'm sorry, Miss Bonner.
You've been snooping through Mr. Slade's things.
Very well. There's been a mystery about this gentleman, and I wish to clear it up once and for all.
I'm quite tired of this. Why don't you leave the poor man alone? He went out early to avoid meeting you.
Oh? Where did he go?
He'll be at the theater later to see me. Perhaps you can hang him there.
I merely want to ask some questions.
What did you find of his?
I found this.
That's his mother.
His mother?
Of course, he told me about her. Poor woman, she died an alcoholic in the slums of Whitechapel.
What else did he tell you?
He seemed quite confused about his feelings for love and resentment all mixed up together. Please, Paul, leave the poor man alone.
You defend him with quite a lot of spirit, Miss Bonner.
I know him better than any of you. I like him. I feel sorry for him.
As a friend, I should like to respect your fondness for Mr. Slade. But I am also a policeman.
You most certainly are. You needn't bother to take me to the theater tonight. Good night, Inspector.
If I may say so, sir,
And if I said you may not say it,
then I wouldn't, sir. If I may ask, sir.
Bates, if it seems to you I'm in a nasty mood tonight, you're right, and I have cause. No, you may not ask, you may not say so. You may do absolutely nothing except breathe quietly.
Yes, sir.
Are you tired of life? Are you bored with your wife? Is he laugh really out of the question? Oui? Then I take you with me, and we go to Paris.
And I think I make just one suggestion. Come and do the new Parisian trot. In Paris, they do the trot a lot. You'll be shocked by such an offy step. Much too gay and frisky, and it's risky for your reputation. It's exciting, ooh la 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 la. I'm inviting you, la 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 la, to let me show you everything you ought to know. Use that, and then use this, then you steal a little kiss. Come on, who dares? Your cares will be forgotten if you learn to do the new Parisian trot.
Nothing matches. And every print of his right hand is here. It's not Slade, that's all.
Sir.
This print couldn't have been made by the Ripper's left hand. Not unless every detective at the yard is wrong.
That's most unlikely, isn't it, sir?
And the victim's cut showed that the Ripper used his knife from right to left across the throat while attacking from behind. That means he used his left hand. He took his victims like this. The cut of the knife was like this.
Sir, have you observed Mr. Slade to be left-handed?
No, I haven't. But he could still use his left hand if he attacked from behind. You know, for the first time it occurs to me that the Ripper need not have attacked from behind. In which case he could make the same cut from the front with his right hand.
Yes, sir.
If that's so, we must find a left thumbprint to match the print of the Ripper's.
About that portrait, sir. I have a peculiar memory for faces.
You do?
Yes, sir. I believe that to be the face of Anne Lawrence.
Even in the mole on the left cheek. They'd sure right. Slade's mother was the first Ripper victim.
Exciting, ooh la 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 la. I'm inviting you, la 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 la, to let me show you everything you ought to know. You zapped and you zips and you steal a little kiss. Come on.
Where's Slade? Have you seen him?
Yes, he's right down there. He's gone.
You were lovely. They liked us, didn't they?
They worshipped you.
Excuse me.
Am I under arrest, Mr. Policeman?
Where's Slade?
Inspector Warwick, I'm very sick of all this.
He's the Ripper.
Do go away. You're out of your mind. Leela, I don't want you to let anyone in.
There's a gentleman in here, Miss Lily.
Hello.
May I talk to you alone?
I have to make a change. There isn't much time. All right, Leela. Please. Well, how did you like the show?
You are exquisite, Lily.
Good. For a moment, I thought you disliked the whole thing. You look so glum.
I hated it. I hated your beauty being exposed for everyone to ogle. I hated the looks on men's faces.
Well, without those looks on their faces, I'd be finished.
You're more wonderful, more sweetly beautiful than anyone I've ever known. Everything in my life has changed because of you. Help me. Help me.
You pick the strangest moments.
I need you, Lily. Only you can save me.
Save you?
Come away with me right now. Come away with me. Anywhere in the world you say. I want to live close to you without sharing you. Close. Close.
I think there's something you should understand. I'm fond of you, but I'm not ready to be taken over. I like a man with passion. But I don't want a slave, and I don't want to be one. Besides, I wouldn't dream of giving up the theater.
All I've said makes no difference to you.
I didn't say that.
You want to go on exciting men to wanting you. Go on using your beauty to corrupt, to degrade.
Please.
You're mocking me!
Miss Lily?
Same as my mother.
Miss
Same
Lily?
as all of them.
Lily, are you all right?
Mocking love, living for lust. You are evil. Your beauty is evil. It must be cut away.
Sister, you know, please.
Miss Lily? Miss Lily? Miss Lily, are you all right?
Lily!
Are you all right? Get a doctor. Can't you go faster, man?
You hurt, sir. I'm a doctor. Take care of my horses. I must hurry.
Where is he?
You mean the doctor? He turned the corner too fast and crashed the wheel.
Quickly, man, that was the Ripper.
Say, go round that way. Here, over this way.
It's the Ripper!
It's in the river. Looks like there's something over there.
Where?
Look, by the bridge. It's too dark and it's too deep. We'll never get him now.
Not so dark and not so deep is where he's going.
Well, how about that, Jack? The Ripper went to cleanse his sins and went for a swim instead. Blub, 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 blub. Oh, blub, 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 blub. What about that, Jack?
Or did he, Captain? After all, they never found the real Jack the Ripper.
Right. There's nothing like family.
You know, Captain, when you ask someone a question, it's usually customary to listen to the answer.
Yeah, me too. But you know, Jack, what disappoints me most is that I still never received my pie from Aunt B. Even though she solved tonight's crime and was on it before anybody else, she should be celebrating. But I didn't get any pie. Wait a second. Professor Gertie, are you there?
Yes, Captain. When am I never not here?
Ugh. Still got your Michael Myers mask on, huh? Well, I don't suppose that you are as good at making pies in the kitchen as you are with experiments in the lab, or as much a sight for these sore eyes, are you, my sweet?
Well, Captain, thank you. Not many people have ever actually called me beautiful before, but
I didn't.
While I am beautiful and very handy in the laboratory, I'm not actually as good in the kitchen. Baking is not my forte. I burn a lot.
I figured. Well, that's truly disappointing, Jack. I never did receive my pie from Aunt B. I was so looking forward to that. But I'm rich now, so I guess I'll just take that instead.
You're rich, Captain?
Yes, indeed, Jack. Look around. I figured a little, what goes around comes around.
All because you stole the producer's wallet.
Yep.
Captain, that's identity theft.
Yep.
But that's against the law.
Oh, yes. Well, if only I knew someone who was dishonest on the high seas. If only I knew someone who was like, oh, I don't know, a pirate or something.
Yes, well, that is too bad. Well, you gave it a shot.
Yes, but hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Who's the gander?
What?
The gander. What's a gander?
Well, it's related to the He's the gander.
Who? Jack the Ripper?
No, that Sproul's goofball who writes this show.
You know, you can really be confusing, Captain. Are we still on that?
Yes, we're still on that. If he really was the writer or the creator of this show, or whatever the hell he's claimed to be, wouldn't he know that?
Know what?
That I stole his wallet, you giant coat rack.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Captain.
Ugh. Quit whining, Jack. Here. Go buy yourself some more money. What's happening? Where's all my money going? My loot!
Oh, Captain, we have an incoming call from the shore. It's for you, sir.
No kidding. Yes?
Hi, Captain.
You. Are you the one responsible for stealing all of my stuff? You know, it took quite a bit to collect all of that.
I bet. With a swipe and all.
You.
Now, don't get all bent out of shape. It was mine to begin with. But, as a form of parlay, we'll consider that you borrowed it so the police aren't involved. Savvy?
Don't be using me words against me, you crackpot. That doesn't make us even.
Specifically, the authorities in Tortuga.
You know, it appears to me that a lot more people know about me adventures in Tortuga than I do. Okay, fine, but, I stole his wallet. What the?
Now that was a pretty good trick.
Confound it!
Now let's tell the good folks at home about our next show.
Fine. Next time, horror reaches new heights as we host the classic... Turn the prompter. Return to Gilligan's Island?
Well, I did not write that into the teleprompter.
For 1/4 of a century, they have thrilled us with their adventures, amazed us with their discoveries, and inspired us with their courage. Their ship has journeyed beyond imagination. Her name has become legend. Her crew, the finest ever assembled. We have traveled beside them from one corner of the galaxy to the other. They have been our guides, our protectors, and our friends. Now you are invited to join them for one last adventure. For at the end of history lies the undiscovered country.
Now I'm convinced more than ever that you wrote that, you slug muffin, because that sounds truly
Not
ridiculous.
only that, but no one remembers that they got rescued.
What? Who?
Gilligan and the castaways. They brought them back in the 70s for a rescue special that really turned into a series of movies. I remember there were at least 3 of them because I remember one had the Harlem Globetrotters and a Return to the Island where they turned it into like a resort.
Sounds ridiculous.
Hey, it is your show.
Well, I'm sure Gilligan will put the jib in your jab. Stop that!
This sounds sort of familiar.
Nice going, Captain. I'll be sure to tune in.
This isn't over, you writer!
Oh, I'm pretty sure that it is. But just to show you that there are no hard feelings, I'm leaving a little form of parlay behind for you. when I get off the phone. A little present. See you around, Captain.
Nothing. Might have known. He was all hot air. What the? What's this? This isn't one of Aunt Bee's pies. Is it?
I believe it is, sir.
It looks more like Hostess Ding Dongs and... What the... Pirate Bootios!
Yes, it looks like the captain now has more important matters to tend with. Wouldn't you say, Davy?
Well, tarnation! Shazam, Shazam, Shazam! We'll see you next time, mateys.
It certainly looks that way.
You got that right, Jack. Ding dongs and pirate bootios. Oh. Me poor cholesterol. Why didn't we restart the movie? This is the life.
And what kind of life is that, Captain?
What kind of life? Why, you know what kind of life. A pirate's life for me. See you next time, mateys, on Dead and Buried Treasures, where it's Halloween all year long. You want some, Jack? Mr. Bones, there's got to be 17 bags here on the deck of the ship. Wait. I'm sure it could be written in. Couldn't it, Eric? Play us out, Johnny!
Report, Crone. By your command, I have a ship-to-ship communique from Captain Walter Time. Excellent. Any word from our support ships, the Atlantis or the Cossack? I've been informed the refit is complete. The Cossack will be delayed due to a storm. Both are expected within a week, perhaps longer. The irony of the storm is tongue-in-cheek, but fitting. More delays. Very well. Walter, my gratitude in joining me this evening. As requested, Captain. You came closer than anyone in destroying Drake and the Haunt with your anniversary show concept last year. The projector demonstrated its worth, but alas, the island moved as it always does. And of course, Drake escaped. Any weaknesses? An abundance. But his luck is true. Although I will say his ability to improvise is unlike any other pirate I've ever confronted. Yes, his skills have proven quite formidable, I'm sure. But even he has shown weakness in his loyalty toward people. In what way? He can be very trusted toward his crew, toward his past, toward complete strangers. It might prove essential to have a backup plan in case the Wraith brothers are unsuccessful. I've already considered it. You are correct in Drake's Achilles heel. If you earn his trust, unlike that of any pirate, faith is born.
a double agent in the works.
However, I can serve, Commander.
You have. You have come close. But unfortunately, in this game, second place is not an option.
I will not disappoint you again.
I know. Crone? Yes, sir.
Commander,
If you are not useful to me, you are not useful. Commander, your double agent has been arranged and ready. Excellent.
You don't know what you're missing. Now, what the devil is that? Well, blow me down. Now, what do you suppose that is, Jack?
Something big, that's for sure.
Mr. Bones.
Aye, sir.
Set a course for the west, away from that gigantic fireball on the horizon. And keep your distance.
Aye, sir. Don't feel adventurous, Captain?
No. My mother always used to say, if you have to investigate a fire, you're most likely to get burned. I feel in me bones that is not anything good, one way or another.
I've got the collywobbles.
Fear not, me feathered friend. This sea dog knows better than to stick me nose into a burning tar bomb. For now. Set a course to the west, Jack.
Aye, sir. The west it is.
It's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take short calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the Swashbuckler's Haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, the Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
Not my forte. I've burned down homes.
She did!
No, I flooded them.
My bat cave.
It was an accident.
No, it wasn't. She's evil!
Arr, it's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the swashbuckler's haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, The Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.
Welcome back. We are live from the poop deck, and I am still here. He's sticking it out. Mr. Eric Sprouse is still
Avast! I'm still here. I can't believe that we still never found out it was Jack the Ripper or not. I guess it was, right?
Leave that up to your imagination.
I hate those endings where you have to make up your own interpretation. So I'm guessing it was Jack the Ripper. I felt like I just sat through an episode of Lost.
So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun to be able to talk about things that we couldn't fit in to the pre-show Walk the Plank. This is more of a condensed show that I think we should do more of. I think this worked out very well, and you get more information out there for all the fans and people watching.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, and it's nice to do some horror news about this show. And speaking of which, might as well clean a little house. Don't forget to come find me on September 18th and 19th at the Renaissance Festival and win tickets to the Renaissance Festival. Don't forget, next month for our Halloween show, we have our traditional Night of the Living Dead episode at the end of the month, plus a new episode earlier in the month where we show documentaries of how a lot of the local Halloween attractions are made, put together. And then down the pike in Thanksgiving, Chef Papa will come back to our galley on the boat. It's right down the hall from here in the poop deck. No wonder the smell's that bad. But Chef have something good cooking in the kitchen, and maybe he'll do another swashbuckler stuffing. I love that. Knowing Chef, he'll probably want to do something new.
Yeah.
But hey, there's lots of news always happening here. That's why I love doing these little walk the plank cut-in segments. I love it.
Yeah, and hopefully we get to do some more next month. So,
yeah.
With that being said, thank you again to the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival, our sponsor for tonight. Make sure you go down there and check them out. Look for Mr. Calico Drake himself. Win some prizes.
Yep.
Tonight was fun. Great episode. And I can't wait to see you again next month.
Hey, and don't forget, the Pirate's Booty is up next, our podcast. In fact, I should probably get out of here.
Better go. See you next time, folks.
It's the Pirate's Booty, our after show, seen immediately after Dead and Buried Treasures ends. Captain Calico Drake and series creator Eric Sprouse take your calls for up to an hour, answering questions about the series or whatever's on your mind about the swashbuckler's haunt, the club, convention appearances, and much more. That's our after show, The Pirate's Booty, taking your booty calls till the wee hours of the morning, immediately following Dead and Buried Treasures on most affiliates.